Probably my earliest memory of drag racing would be back in the Castlereagh days, obviously when my dad had his. I don't really remember the Red Devil, but I do remember his Altered that he had, and obviously Graham's funny cars that he was racing at the time. I was just a rat bag back then, you know, kicking around the dirt and not really interested that much in the cars, but was part of it. I just remember sitting on the side of the fence there, and a little kid, you know, the fence would have been this high, and chin on the fence just watching the cars go down the racetrack. What I do remember as a kid was being on the start line at the last race at Castlereagh and everyone attacking the start line with axes, and being a kid I had to get the biggest bit and take it home and sit it on the cupboard. It was, you know, this was from Castlereagh, but yeah, it was all about fun back then. Driving Psycho for, you know, my godparents, Graham and Wendy, it's, that car to them means the world. So when you get given that opportunity to drive something like that, you know, it is an honour. They've grown up together and they've done drag racing even before I was born. They'd travelled here, travelled there, and you know, on open trailers, not as lucky as what we are today to have all these big semi-trailers with, you know, race cars in them and lounge rooms and all that sort of stuff. Like they'd done it on a bare budget back in the day, and it's a tribute to everybody, you know, at Rocket and Aeroflow that have made this possible. I do remember sitting down at the dinner table and Dad would always get out the photo albums once I was old enough and I had my licence, and this is what I'd done back then and this is how fast it went. When you drive these cars today and you see what they raced back then, it gives you a whole different respect level for the cars that they raced back then. But the Red Devil back then was a FJ Holden, and yeah, it was Mum and Dad's pride and joy. It started off just as a normal street car, and again the same as what I did when I was young. He did, you know, it started off I think with a 6-cylinder in it, then it got a small box Chev in it with a blower on it, and yeah, it just never ends. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't have that drag racing gene in me. I suppose if you're a kid and your dad's a golfer, you're going to want to go play golf, follow your dad, but I was lucky enough to have my dad go drag racing. As a tribute to Dad, you know, like 12 months ago was when we first brought this car out at this event. So it was good to have it there and have him at the race, and you know, see me in the car that he named the Red Devil back in the 70s. So it was pretty good.